you and Wayne worked together on Down.
Yeah.
Was that song already done and then Wayne jumped on it? Or
yes, that's how it happened. And then since then we did another 3 songs together. We did Hit the Lights together. We did I Made It together. And then I was on his I'm Not a Human Being album on a song called That Ain't Me. So yeah, I've worked with Wayne 4 times. He's really an incredible artist, and really like I said, just a good dude, man. He's like a really good role model to have in the camp. I think he's been in there for so long that he doesn't carry those airs and graces. He's just, you know, he's just seen it all. You know what I mean? When you've seen it all, you don't really have room for that.
Do you think that Wayne works harder than anyone else you've met?
Yeah, definitely works harder than anybody else I've ever known or met or talked to, and Baby does too, man. Those guys. When we came off the back of Wayne's tour, he the first thing that he did was he went straight to the studio. I was like, he didn't, you know, he's like, okay, yeah, just did a huge show in New York, whatever. Let's go to the studio, or a huge show wherever it was. I can't remember where it was, but that's the only thing he wanted to do. He wanted to go back. You would think after a big performance, you'd either want to go to an after party, celebrate and get drunk, or do some shit, you know, get a couple of groupies or whatever it is. And he wasn't like, he's seen it all. He's like, let's go to the studio, man, I got work to do. And I was like, wow, I respected that.
I mean, how did you feel when you heard about the Seizures?
I text Baby. I didn't listen to any of the blogs. So I hit Baby and I was like, yo, is Wayne okay? And he's like, yeah, man, he's good. He's in hospital. He said, don't pay attention to any of that shit. He's like, he's good.
People were saying that he was dying.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. And he was like, people are talking rubbish, and he's like, you know, he's like, he's fine. Mac was with him actually, and he's like, he's with Mac and he's all good. So. Have
you ever seen Wayne have a seizure?
Mm-mm.
No. I've heard, because his thing was that he had been having seizures for a long time.
Yeah. No. Every time I've seen Wayne, he's been the Wayne he is. You know, full of energy.
Chilling.
Yeah, man.
How did you feel being Cash Money when the whole Emmett Till line thing came out?
See, I don't get myself involved in everybody's business like that. People ask me, how do I feel with the Nicki and Mariah beef? How did I feel with Drake and Chris Brown beef? I don't get myself caught up like that. The one thing I've learned since I signed to Cash Money, I haven't changed as a person. I haven't got suddenly grills in my teeth and covered myself with tattoos. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to remain your own person and your own entity. Yes, we're a family. We're a group of people who respect each other's craft and work. Do we get involved in each other's personal business like that? No.
I feel you. I mean, you know, we actually did a feature on Cash Money, like a Cash Money, Young Money feature on all the artists that have been signed through this label, and it was well over 100 people.
That's crazy.
I mean,
really?
From like singers like TQ,
right,
to Mac 10.
Wow.
A bunch of people before, like the Hot Boys. There's all.
It was
these,
really
like,
100 people.
Over 100.
What?
You know, this guy Stax in Miami.
Wow.
Like,
I mean,
you know, a lot of, you know, Jazzy Faye.
Right.
I mean, it was, you know. I mean, then most recently you got Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of recent. Yeah, there's a lot of recent signings.
Yeah, Chanel. Chanel West Coast.
Yeah.
We just interviewed her.
Yeah.
She's at the party.
Yeah, she's there.
Well, what was your take on the Paris Hilton signing?
I was curious. I was curious. I didn't know what that was really about. But then one thing I do know about Baby is that, listen, he's a smart businessman. Okay, he's a smart businessman. When he signed me, people might have been like, what is he signing this guy for? He talks funny. Where's he from? Like, whatever. They didn't care. They knew they were a hip hop label, one of the most powerful hip hop labels in the world. Now they want to show the world that they are a record label, not just a hip hop label. They're a record label. Not only are they a record label, they're in fact doing books, and they're also doing movies, and they're also got a clothing line, and they've also got the GT vodka. So they are now an entertainment company. They're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I think Al Sharpton is signed to Cash Money, right? Cash Money Books.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah. And they did. I was there at the book launch when they had Big Boy's book out and stuff. And you know that that's why I talk to Baby on like a weekly basis. And when I see him face to face, I have a very unique relationship with him, because I think the fact that I'm from England, he was so curious about my world. So when we first sat down and talked, he was asking me so many questions. He's asking me questions about the rest of the world. He was asking me, how am I so big in all these places? How did you get out there? How long did it take you? Like, blah, blah, blah. And we'd just share stories. and he'd tell me about his world and how long it took him to come up, and I'd ask him, well, what is it that that you don't have? How come you have this drive that you just don't stop working? And I look up to that, man, because I'm the same. Like 10 years in a game, 4 albums, I've toured the world, I've done all this stuff. Most people could be like, okay, I've seen it, been there, done it all. #1 record in America, like, what more do you want? But I feel like I've got so much more to achieve yet.
I tell my son, man, you can't afford me, man.
You gonna charge him for a verse, huh?
Yeah, I'm charging. He got money.
Dave Chappelle is a different type of animal, man. His comedic talent and timing is like no other. And I gotta honestly say, I can't disagree in any way, shape, or form.